Lou baiting for him a little bit. Well, he's got that shorty in pocket.
Might work, and boom! Nope. Well, Valyn was expecting it. It was like he may have seen that one before. Doesn't work out for him, though. And G2 at least able to trade and maybe even get a little bit more. Jawgemo cleaning up. G2 take the site. Nice entry. And way to follow up with that support after Benji getting that initial kill on the shorty. Swinging across for Lux, and we'll take them out 3v3 as they think about post-plant.
Yeah, little retake situation here. Still a flash available and the aftershock for Severe. And a trade for a trade towards short at the very least.
Oy. That short doing work. Jawgemo. Fine, you want to do that to my team, I'll do it to yours. And they know the util's committed. Like you said, lines all set up, but a move has to be made. Smoke gets dropped on through the door, forces G2 to take site, to make a move. They got to make sure they're covering every angle Zerons. So eventually that push is going to go slowly but surely. And then eventually the fight goes, and G2 wins the bout. They get the timing, and a good plant, making it a 1v2 here for Benji. Immediate. Almost got caught there. Nice little jiggle peek. As, just could not really find the crosshair on Valyn. Two through the bottom side, going through A.
The deep re-clear coming out. Lou trying to go for the right click. Valyn's going to come out on top, and you just got to keep tucking. But I like the idea that we saw from Zerons at the very least. You know, they had the overdrive going over towards bottom mid.
Want to push forward. Util stalls the push for a moment, but you get pushed back up to the ramp, or the stairs, excuse me. Jawgemo taking down Lou. G2 have agent advantage again. They get the plant. Oh, Vanya gets the peek, gets the kill, and that's going to make life pretty impossible here for Zerons. Getting rolled this time on the flawless from G2.
With the space that he's taking there as well, right? You know, he didn't overstay his welcome. And speaking of which, Zerons looking for that swing. This is the dynamic duo that we said that we needed to keep our eyes on with Lux and Severe, but a great response from Valyn to close that gap.
G2 still trying to push the site. They got the paranoia on lock. They got Valyn on the plant. Lou goes down in another nigh impossible situation for Akita. She's gonna have to make a move and make it now. She's had some 6 shots on the Sheriff. It's time for those shots to come through right here. You have a paranoia as well. Got the smoke down onto the spike. You're gonna have to fight. They're holding B main.
To be fair,
yeah.
We have seen a lot of creativity in their plays, though. You know, the adjustments being made. We see this push over towards B main, and a great paranoia with the expectation.
It caught their duelists and forces them to move out. A lot of util dropped again, though. They get concussed, forced to wait. G2 happy to push forward. They're winning the gunfights. And a couple of trades for sure for Zerons, but it does not matter. A lot of util thrown on A. Lux popping that overdrive ult. Looking for a pick, looking for a way for Zerons to get onto site. Jawgemo takes out Akita. Some util now gone, some smoke's gone on the side of Zerons. They do get the spike down. G2 are ready for it. Paranoia comes out. They get blinded. Trent grabs the value off of that util, and G2 start to push forward. It starts to get a little ugly, but G2 take them out, and match point is here. It was only a matter of time.
And we're actually not seeing Vanya go for the backstab that we expected. The knives out for Lux, not able to land the shot.
Oh, they lost every fight. Valyn takes out another. Everyone on G2. We're picking up a kill. Hunter's Fury popped for G2, and meanwhile, Valyn picking off Zerons from the other side. G2 with the 4v3 as they push back onto site. Lux looking and cannot make contact. Still holding back, pushing them off, and picks Trent down. And still Zerons is a good response. But Jawgemo is still alive, and he's got one down. 2v2. Lux still looking with the up. Akita actually getting the kill as well. It leaves Mimi all by herself to try to hold this plan. Akita's already on it. How does Mimi try to play? Looking, but blocked by the wall. Mimi gets 1 and 2! Mimi getting around off a belt. G2, the rest of G2 gonna make the push, but Lux takes 2 down through the entry. And that's certainly gonna make life a little more difficult for G2. They have agent advantage. They'll get a little bit of that Harbor util out, help them take some space. Rotating around. Zarance looking a little cheeky here. Maybe get the pick. Akita.
Spike planted.
Talk about her and her game. No matter if she's on pistol or not, she's got a rifle in hand. Do G2 even know that she's right behind? A little poking. Yeah, Vanya turns as soon as those shots are heard. And a tough try, but a good attempt from Akita.
That's the thing. She's going for that trigger discipline play, right? And now Severe's just trying to do as much damage as possible.
The Viper wall up again for G2, which does force Zarance back again. Zarance tried to play aggressive up at the top of yellow, and it almost worked to bait out a little bit of util early, but still, it doesn't really seem to matter. They get the trades. Lux Bladestorm is out. He's got to be the difference maker here, and he can't land the knives. But Akita actually catches Mimi out after she gets flushed right back into space from that Bladestorm. So while you don't get the kill, Lux at least gets the value by pushing her right into his teammate. And Zarance just trying to get back onto the site. Valyn holding it. Lux sitting the defuse. He goes down. No, actually it's Akita who goes down. I had to look at that one. Lux sitting on it, but it doesn't matter. G2 have done the job again. It doesn't matter. Vanya makes sure Lux can't do anything about it, and I believe they bought enough time anyway. Everyone holding those angles. Zarance knowing what's at stake in the match. Don't want to play in that lower bracket. Lux going up. Sees the first pick, but can't get the second. He was spotted. G2 get the response. Mimi Sheriff's off screen, and now it's a 1v2. And G2, well, you're not going to win that one. Vanya will get the defuse. It's honestly on the replay. It looked like Severe actually points his crosshair on the peak.
Oh,
he
yeah.
might have had a chance at him there, but yeah, having to swing across always hard. But this show you how close it was. Trent actually goes down immediately. Zarance, I mean, this is it. You've got to find a way to not have the bodies drop 3v3. They get the spike down, but they're losing autonomy. Vanya has been lethal on the backside again. Akita goes down. Benji will pick up another. It's a 1v2 for Benji for the map. Really just to stay alive in the map, just to stay alive in the match. Spike grabbed. Benji has only one option, which is to get the heck out of there, find that A plant, and hope you can hold here.
For Benji to find an opportunity to isolate some sort of 1v1 that prompts the early lockdown.
And lockdown out, but it will be a quick push. Benji gets one. Benji can't get the second. Got it on the first look. It's Vanya cleaning up on Icebox, defusing, taking the win for G2. Gets zoned out just slightly. They have support. Nello will be first up. Martine just missing that shot right above the head, whiffed it. And still they walk through. Nello finds the first. Trent gets the follow-up right away. The fade ult comes down to get that paranoia locked in. Yopa, all of a sudden the only one left on the 1v4 to start. 1v2 now, but it's denied by Valyn.
You can see prepared to play off of site already for Nello.
And they'll immediately zone them out as well. No chance to move in. Jawgemo will pick up one, and Nello coming through. Oh, but there's Trent. Hunter's Fury came out to try to push them out.
30 seconds left.
But Trent online these last two rounds. Pops the Nightfall. Gives his team some extra support to take out the rest of KC. KC sitting, glance. Back up after that decay. Dueling paranoias. Hit nobody. Backside Valyn. Got a couple of shots off. Not a lot of damage. And the other angle, the off angle, that wasn't covered. Glance got the kill, but cannot take down Valyn.
At this point, you're just looking for a save, right? 2v5. Again, just such safe plays by these players. Valyn gonna look for one, maybe a second. Great one way to guarantee that but you still got to keep this weapon in hand, and Casey not necessarily going to continue. No, you know what? I lied.
Oh,
They're going
God.
for it.
Oh, God. Valyn! Is he about to ace it? Knows that Yopa's back there. Heard the footsteps, and Valyn catches you looking somewhere else. Nello does get this plant down in the 2v5. It will be pretty difficult to hold this. Paranoia hits Martine right in the face. Trent, Valyn will clean that one up. G2 moving across to meet them onto site. They've got the timing
30 seconds left.
on KC. Trying to zone them out with some util. It's going to work. They're actually going to swing across and take a few out, or take at least one out. Fanger has the kill on Trent. Jawgemo weaving around the aftershock and then takes the showstop to the face. Matrix
One enemy
on the
remaining.
kill.
Last player standing.
It felt like a showstop.
Spike
G2
planted.
now have to respond. They will drop the Killjoy. They'll flush KC. They'll try to hold for as long as possible. Valyn will start picking them up as they start to leave. But another poke for Martine. Get out of there real quick. This is looking decent for G2 from the 3v4. So they were only able to detain one on the Killjoy. Trent trying to pop to give them the look. Martine just getting through the smoke. Will not get the kill, but Yopa on the other side got the trade. 2v3 now, 2v2.
Holding it.
And 1v2 left. It is the hold. Still not aware. Martine gotta get caught. Valyn takes them out, and that's gonna force a reposition out of KC. They know that now G2 are coming around the other side, but they don't know that they're coming from behind Mound. G2 needed something to go their way at the end of this half. They were able to pick up that round win, and they go with the unconventional rotate around. They take out Martine. And with the anchor gone, in a 5v2, G2 might get out of this half with 3 round wins.
It's the best chance that they have.
30 seconds left.
Not giving anything over towards KC. 30 seconds left. Would need a miracle.
Paranoia out.
Player standing.
Matrix, yep. Pretty much only one way that one could end. Unfortunately, Paranoia could not hit where they were hoping, and Glance with you're back against the wall in the army bearing down and no time left. You might get a couple of kills at the end, but you won't get everybody. They'll just play for time and then go back to Mound, but they're dropping the bodies. Now 3, G2 actually completely forced out by KC's util. Valyn does get a kill. Valyn gets 2, 3.
Oh.
Matrix picks up another. G2. Vanya, a little look underneath. Yopa waiting for the call, waiting for the signal. Fault line comes out,
Player standing.
and the shots start falling. Vanya and Valyn get the twofer, and it's only Yopa left. Yopa cannot be the hero for KC. They'll fall to the lower bracket, and G2 will win an exciting 3-map match against them. It's gonna push Nasser back. They really can't find a way forward. A lot of util just keeps them flat back, but still they find one trade. Valyn's the only one left. Takes one down. Marty on site. Valyn still looking the other way. Eventually gonna turn around. Gonna move quickly. Fault line gets the concuss. Marty got the kill. Getting back off of site. G2 starts a flood. Getting through and taking bodies off the table. And only 2 left for Nasser to get it done. They're not doing enough damage. Aimley, the last one left, will try and won't get anything done. Dart comes out for the info, and they crash the site to take it right back. The spike goes down, but so do G2. Now they got a hole up in B main. Little peek for Cybeast. Looking around the corner. The slide, he gets absolutely lit up. Uh-oh, pop. Oh my God, Vanya! Oh no! Oh, well, sit in the smoke and find out. And yeah, Nasser couldn't breathe. Not with all that gunpowder in your face. Aimley will pick one up, but it doesn't matter. And Nasser seemed to be showing Shower's control, is gonna lurk on the other side as well. Jawgemo has spotted them. Paint shells the other way towards short. Is at least committing a lot of utility from Nasser on this A side. G2, though, they keep finding the heads. Firing it through the poison cloud. Cybeast hoping to pick somebody off, but it's just more of the same from the last map. Just, you couldn't see anything if you were Jawgemo. Gets out of there. I think lost his orientation for a second. Marty, it's onto the site. Got those kills, but Valyn sits right underneath, next to the boxes, and takes everybody down. Nasser completely blown up by Trent. Or Valyn. Wrong guy. Used to seeing Trent do it. Valyn does pick up that last kill.
Sky's out.
Well, everybody, the battle begins on A, but Valyn takes out everybody after the initial frag from Jawgemo. So thinking about going towards and just got absolutely blinded out. Jawgemo takes 2 down. Nami was able to get Trent, but that trade will absolutely benefit G2. Cybeast needs a good one and does connect on the rocket to Mimi. 2v2, winnable for Nasser. Bots out. Cybeast searching. They know where one is. Coming across, Vanya picks Cybeast out.
2 flashes.
No jump. And Marty, first guiding light across. Whoa, Marty survives Vanya. Another flash, but held. It is Marty versus Jawgemo. Jawgemo to go to Paris. Just waiting for the defuse. Shoots through the wall. The peek across, and Jawgemo takes G2 to Paris.
And that is our first team locked in for the grand finals in the Spotlight Series. I'm now joined by their IGL Valyn. First of all, congratulations on the win. I must say, I am really loving your Cypher arc. How long have you been wanting to do this? You know, what was the process into kind of putting you on the Cypher? Talk me through it.
I mean, during the off season and ranked, I was streaming and I was playing a lot of Sentinel just to play a different agent. And coincidentally, for this tournament, I was told I was going to play Sentinel. So I've had some practice. The initial scrims were bad. I wasn't even placing trips on the flank because I was just so focused on my calling. And like being a controller, you don't do anything pre-round. But once I started placing trips on the flank during the buy phase, we started winning. And so it's been a nice time so far.
That I feel like that's when you really get your mind, shift your mindset into the brain of being a Sentinel. And speaking of your calling, Mimi was very complimentary. She was saying how she's learning so much from playing with you these last couple of days. Is there anything that you've learned from the Gozen girls? You know, Vanya was kind of, you know, the thing is, when we see Vanya having these performances, for the people that don't really watch her, she's always like this. This is really nothing new for us. But how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, process-wise, leading up to the match, they have a really good system on how they prepare. So I think I've taken a thing or two on, I don't want to give away their sauce, but how they prepare for a match. And in the game as well, I think that like Mimi is a great caller at finding kill opportunities, is how I explain it. And it makes sense because their head coach leader is a Turkish coach, and Turkish teams are known for having really strong gunfights and really strong, you know, stuff like that. So I think it makes sense why Mimi is so strong and goes into so strong at having these ideas on how to get first kill engagements, how to open up the round for the team. And so I've taken a thing or two from them on that book. I think the scrims here have been pretty good. Honestly, it's a good quality scrims. I would say the ranked is a bit funny. People have no filter here in EU. And so it's pretty funny playing the ranked games. Honestly, I'm just like laughing the whole time of what they're saying. And Berlin has always treated me nice. Like we were here last year for a G2 boot camp, and I always enjoy traveling. So I'm not taking this opportunity for granted, and I really enjoy traveling and playing. So it's been a blast.
And speaking of traveling, you get to go to Paris. I know we were having a little chat before this interview. You said you've never been to Paris before. So are you excited for this? And also, surely if, you know, maybe some French players make it as well, that's going to make the experience quite special.
Yeah, I'm actually rooting for Carmine Corp. I think a rematch, how it went last time, is necessary to close it out and settle things. And to have a French team represented in France, I think it would be amazing and a lot of energy in the crowd. So I'm excited for that. So I'm just going to be cheering for them in the upper bracket.
All I'm going to say is if KC do make it, I know you guys like to give it a little bit on stage, you will not get to Martin. That man will not.
He's ice
Nothing
cold.
is going to affect him. Yeah. So I hope you
Respect.
get to experience that. And last
Yeah.
question before I let you go, a bit of a strange one because obviously you're in Berlin. I'm sure you might have at some point seen the League of Legends boys, the G2 League of Legends team. They're playing right now against Billy. And the last I saw, it was 1-1 onto map 3. And this will be considered a very big deal if G2 can pull this off. So anything you want to say on that end? Do you know anything about League of Legends and what they're going
I
through right now?
don't, but I'm aware that they were playing. We were actually talking about the scores like during our game. I don't know how it's looking right now, but I hope they win and good luck to the league boys. They should hope they close this out.
I mean, you won today, so I feel like you're going to give them a good luck
Let's get
charm.
2
Maybe they
wins.
will. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 wins for G2. G8, the 2 in G2. Perfect.
Yep, right
Makes
there.
perfect
G2,
sense.
2 wins.
Thank you very much, Valyn, for joining me, and we'll see you in Paris.
Yeah, we'll see you in Paris. Thank you.